Hi, this is Duncan from Rock and Roll Reviews, and I am backstage with Behemoth. How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's good to be here.
Yep, so you guys released The Satanist back in February.
Yep.
I think it's pretty much been met with universal acclaim. Everyone loves it. It's been getting great reviews. How does that feel as someone that's been writing and recording music as long as you have?
I've always been very appreciative, and I just love the fact that people, adore the record that much. And honestly, I wouldn't have expected that, when we were writing the record. And the way it's turning out, all these polls, Metal Hammer, and now we just got another information that German Metal Hammer voted the album of the year.
Excellent.
Which is pretty unexpected for the German market, because they've never been that generous to us. It's a great surprise. We are very grateful. We also super flattered, and it just gives us an extra boost, an extra kick to work even harder and just put up the best performances we can.
I mean, from your point of view, I mean, did you change anything the way you wrote this album, or is it a case that it's just perseverance that's people are finally coming around to your sound, or
just it was a record that was just purely written from the heart, and we wouldn't overanalyze things, and we wouldn't just try to think too much. We just let things go and let it all come out and materialize it and put it into the best songs we could. It's also a different record, it's different than any previous album, and apparently it did the trick, So
because one of the things I noticed listening back to the album is how very much standalone each song is. There's not maybe one or two songs there that are too alike. Was that a conscious effort?
I always try to make albums that have this that are the song constituted of. The album is like an entity, it's like a very solid entity, and it's and it has this and there's a link in between the songs, and I myself don't like records that are just a bunch of songs put together. A lot of bands do that, and what I always think conceptual, and I always think of the album as a whole. Always balance it, listen to it, just to make sure it's perfectly balanced, and so on and so on. So when you listen to the record, you have the impression that someone really thought about the overall structure and how everything works, how the dynamics works, and so on and so on. So it looks like we succeeded.
So I mean, big year, released the album, lots of touring as well. Has there been a particular highlight from the touring scene this year that you have?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we did some amazing stuff on the way, some super positive and very uplifting. We just came back from this amazing trek in South America and South Africa for the first time ever. So we played in Cape Town, Johannesburg, and I did some I made myself some holidays there as well, so it was my personal highlight, and also very successful shows and good stuff. Then we did the Russian tour that was unexpectedly just ended up in a really bad way, because we were put behind bars and we were arrested. Out of 13 shows we played only 4, so it was, from time perspective, it's I always value every experience really high, because you learn from everything, so it's good we went through this, because it just made us stronger, and obviously, but then I pity the people who live there, because it's amazing, it's great people. I love Russians. I love Russians. It's a market that have always been welcomed warmly, and now we are banned for next 5 years to enter Russia, which sucks big time, but that's what happens when you have an idiot as a leader. So it's a political thing. I don't really think that these people that were supposed to come to the show, they have awareness of what's going on, on the, up there.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm a patient kind of guy. I've learned that. So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere yet.
Yeah.
So eventually we're gonna come back for the biggest Russian run in 4.5 years.
The artwork as well, like the artwork for the Satanist, was really well done. I was looking back at it tonight, and just all the imagery and all the rest. How heavily involved are you with the selection of the artwork, or
very much?
Very much.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, as I told you, it's a Behemoth is a conceptual project, and I work on like every level basically. I'm involved on every dimension there is, and I'm just yeah. So yeah, I've been working with this guy from Russia, Denis Forkas, and I came across some of his works in the internet, and I just approached him, and he happened to be the right guy in the right place. I fully understand the vision and the idea, the concepts and ideas we get for the Satanist. Actually, he's not just a painter; he's an occultist in the first place.
Yeah.
And then he kind of challenges his occult experiences and occult knowledge through paintings.
Yeah.
So it's not just heavy metal artist.
It's just drawn.
Goes, gets his money and fuck off. No, it's on every level. It's a very spiritually driven record, and yeah, that's apparently that's why I decided to sacrifice and dedicate some of my blood, so Dennis could mix it with the red paint and just use it while painting the cover. So it makes even stronger emotional and spiritual bond with the record.
Yeah, it's like a part of you goes out with.
Yeah, it is. Record, it is part of me.
Yeah. That's awesome.
My DNA is there.
So this year's almost over. Next year, tour-wise, anything that you can talk about?
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty much booked through till the end of the year now.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a less touring, obviously, but still quite intense. There's still like so many markets to be covered, and so we're doing US again with Cannibal in January. We're doing Inferno Festival, then we're doing a really nice but short run in Europe, B-Markets with Polzer and Tto, a band from Poland. Then we're doing summer festivals in in Europe, a number of approximately 10, which is, we did like 20 this year, so 10 is like twice less, but it's still pretty hectic.
Yeah.
And then we are pretty open for the fall. There's like a big thing, inside, so let's see if this happens. If it doesn't, we got some other spectacular touring planned, and in the meantime we want to release, because we got like already 2 official videos for the Satanist, which is a Gabriel video and Ora Pro Nobis live video, and now we are in works for the 3rd official video for the song Messa Noir, and then we are talking, and later in the year we'll be shooting another video eventually for Ben Sahar or Father of Satan and Son. This is still not decided. So a lot of creative work, a lot of touring, a lot of hard like physical work, but a lot of creative stuff as well. And now we got like this EP, like limited edition EP, Ksiądz. That's how we pronounce it. It's a Polish word that's available during these dates now. There's like 2 editions, like really nice collector items. So if you are a collector item, go get it. If you're not, just don't bother. Yeah.
And when the touring cycle finishes, do you take a break, or is it just straight to work on the next creative project?
Fuck no. This is gonna be the longest touring cycle for Behemoth, and if there is artistic spirit there to be released, we're gonna give it a shot, but we are at the stage where I see the bands, they just do this album tour cycle like over and over again. I'm like, You know what I mean? There's like, there needs to be a place in life, you know, where you can breathe, that you can relax, that you can, you know, you gotta keep dynamics in life. You gotta live your life, you know, in order to collect some experiences, in order to eventually make the record. It's gonna be substantial, and there's gonna be, you know, something more than just music. If you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm looking for something more than just good riffs. I'm looking for the substance. I don't know. It's very difficult to define it. It's there. You know, Satanist has it for sure. So if it's there in the air, we're gonna try to capture it and channel through the best songs we can afford at that time, you know. But if there's none, then I don't see us doing anything, you know. It's like, it's all up to the spirit. If it's there, we'll go for it.
Excellent. The last question we like to ask all the people we interview is, the website that we write for and review for does music, but we also cover movies as well as another art form. Have you seen anything this year at all that you have enjoyed?
Totally. I've seen this new cave documentary called 100,000 Days on Earth, or I believe that's the correct title.
Is that Herzog? Is that Werner Herzog?
I'm not sure.
I think it is. I've not seen it yet.
It's absolutely mind blowing, and it's super inspirational. I just can't wait to see it the second time, because it's such a beautiful movie. I mean, wow. I was mesmerized literally when I left the theater. So and then there's like so many good movies out there. I just read like all over in the press, you know, about this Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah, it's a good movie. It's
and
really
everyone is just fucking freaking out about it. So I can't, like, the minute, you know, that my food, like, you know, lands in Gdańsk, you know, I go like straight to the cinema. I need to see that movie before they take it off. So
well, thank you very much for your time. And all the best for next year's tour, and all the best for tonight. It's a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.